What's going on, everybody? It's DotBets. We're checking back in. We finally have week one football coming at you guys here live on another beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning. We have about 18 more of these to go, which is very, very, very exciting. Also, very, very important to pace yourself. So I know a lot of people just go all in on week one, and then all of a sudden week two, week three come around, they're clicking that deposit button. So make sure you guys bet responsibly out there. I know it's very, very exciting, but make sure you guys have your bankroll correct. I can't stress that enough. All right. If this is your first time tuning in, I appreciate it. I go live every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. So if you have not yet, hit that subscribe button so you never, ever miss a show. You can go ahead and hit that thumbs up and leave a comment if you guys are watching the replay. If you guys are here from Instagram, X, or YouTube, throw a question in the comment. I'll basically go over my favorite spreads, my favorite total play. I got about 2 or 3 props that I'll throw out that I've looked at and have taken. And then also we have some DFS talk. We can do season long start sits. And then I'll have my pick to click touchdown player of the day, basically. So yeah, let's get right into it. And if you guys have any questions, I'd love to hear from you guys in the chat. So like I said, week one, very, very exciting. You have tons and tons of these lines have been out forever. So there has been a lot of movement on them. Plus, some of them feel very, very soft. Some seem very, very high. Books set that for a reason. It's our job to basically just dissect them and try to figure out what the best option is, or plain and simple, sometimes it's best to just monitor. Especially these several weeks where we don't have official data currently with the current season. It's best, maybe if you like some props, if you like some angles, not necessarily bet them, or if you do bet them small, and maybe write them down on a piece of paper, put them in your notes in your phone, and just monitor them. And then you pounce on them later on throughout the weeks when you get a little bit more data. And week one flukes, week two flukes. You saw the Saints last year put up 90 something points in the first 2 weeks. And I think everybody in the industry was like, this is just not going to sustain, right? There's just no way. And sure as shit, they fell, the wheels fell off there. All right, enough blabbering here. Let's get right into it. My favorite spread of the week. And we're going to go to the Buccaneers Falcons game. And take the Falcons. So I'm okay with the Falcons money line here. If you want to go that route, Falcons plus 1.5. Divisional underdog, home underdogs dominate week one. They dominated. They hit it at like a 65-ish, 66% clip. They are. It's very, very profitable spot. There's 5 of them this week, and I think this is the most likely of the 5 to basically went outright. But main concern here is the Bucs offense. Surprisingly enough, you have a lot of Wirfs on will not play. Godwin will not play. I know I've been extremely high on Ibuka and Evans and the Bucs as a whole, but I think just it's going to take a little bit to gel here. And you got defensive issues, which you just don't know. Last year anybody could score at will of them. Have they improved enough? I'm just going to bet on that statement of no, with a lot of changes there in Tampa with the coaching staff as well. Then on the flip side, Penix has had a whole preseason, off-season training. So I really think Penix can take that next step here. Main difference here, I think, is the Bijan angle. If the Bucs cannot stop them, I think Bijan will run all over them. I do like the Drake London play today, and hold your breath, but Kyle Pitts might be relevant. We'll see. But I do like the Falcons here at home as a road or a home divisional dog here that usually tend to do well in week one. So Falcons plus 1.5. I would love to hear from you guys. If you guys have any spreads that you like or have questions about, let me know. And then my favorite total here, we are going to go to the Jets Steelers. And this one, I kind of missed 38.5, which is unfortunate. That started, I think, at 39-ish. It's gone all the way down to 37.5. I talked on this early yesterday with in our Discord for our platinum members. Shout out to the Sharp Bros. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button below to join the Discord. One of the best groups, if not the best group, through the gambling industry. We have 6 cappers that absolutely do work in their specific sport. So shout out to all those cappers out there. We hashtag dominate and we're hashtag sharp. So not gonna lie. All right, Jets Steelers under 37.5. Missed a key number here of 38. That's okay. I still think both of these defenses are dominant, and they should take care of business today. You have a lot of moving pieces for both offenses. Basically, a QB swap. You had Fields for Rodgers, and a lot of revenge narratives. A ton of narratives between them. You basically have the entire Jets organization who absolutely hates Aaron Rodgers, and then Rodgers absolutely hating the Jets organization back. And then you have the Steelers. Obviously lost Justin Fields here. Technically wasn't their backup, so he might not have too much to prove on their end, but I've seen a lot of love for the Jets, and I've seen a lot of love for the Steelers. At the end of the day, I'm just going to say this is going to be a defensive battle here. Not much offensive-wise, trying to get the run going, and a complete fade of Aaron, who basically has not taken a snap for the Steelers, did not play in the preseason, has just been in training camp. I just don't know how much rhythm both of these offenses will have. You saw Justin Fields struggle to throw the ball. Now you have the Steelers defense. I would not mind if you played like the Fields, Breece Hall, Braylon Allen rush yards angle here, especially Fields. But just feels like a very, very ugly game at MetLife. So Jets Steelers under 37.5, totally fine with that. All righty. Okay, so we got 3 more props here that I'm looking at. If you guys have any questions, props, start sits, DFS, whatever it is, I'm all ears here. I'll be here for another 15 minutes or so. I'm just making myself available to you guys, throwing props at you guys. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Next one here, we're going to go to the Green Bay Packers versus Lions. So we are going to go with the guy who just got absolutely paid last night. And I kind of wish I didn't already bet this, but we're going to go Jameson Williams over 52.5 receiving yards. It's over on FanDuel. I think it's up to 53 on some other books. I'm going to show you guys the Hall of Fame bets here. Shout out to them. I use them for absolutely all my research here. Let me flip it over here. So simple, HOFA or HOFapp.com. You can just simply search here for Jameson, and it's going to pull up a lot of data here for you guys. So you got player, you got receiving yards, 60 plus. So you can go 50, you can go alternate, whatever you need to do. You can see all the different sports books that you're at. Use code DotBets. You get 7 free days and 50% off your first month. So code DotBets here for HOF Hall of Fame bets. Absolutely one of the best, if not the best, tools that I use in my player prop process here, and spreads and totals here too. But as you can see, started off incredibly hot last year, cashing this in 4 of the first 5 games. And I expect the same here. There's been tons and tons of talk of getting him the ball early and often in different formats. So I think you're going to see him lined up a lot more than just on the outside. I know there hasn't been that much hype with this Lions team, just with a lot of the offensive coordinator leaving, defensive coordinator leaving. You got a lot of moving pieces here. I still think the guts of it all. I know they lost a couple offensive linemen, but like I said, I just still think that this Lions team, that culture there is is going to be fine. So Jameson Williams here, I really like him. And on the Green Bay side, they lost Jair Alexander and Eric Stokes, so they're really weak in the secondary. So I mean, you've seen, a lot of us have seen, obviously, the deep ball to Williams, so he could obviously catch this in one pass. But I like the fact that his over under receptions is over 3.5, heavily juiced. So I think he's going to be in the mix early and often. They just paid him a butt ton of money, so really like Williams. If you want to just go 50 plus, that's nothing crazy. It's at minus 130, but 52.5 here over on FanDuel for Jameson. Next one is a part of a parlay that I put in our Discord, and I really like this piece. I almost went to like 4. You could ladder it if you want to. You could definitely ladder. It's this 49ers Seahawks game, and we're going to go Charbonnet 2+ receptions. I think this is a gift. I'm just trying to still understand this entire line. And I thought this would be juiced like in the 30s, 40s, maybe up to like the minus 150s. But for whatever reason, I feel like they're just handing us a gift here with Zach Charbonnet, 2+ receptions. You have this 49ers team that can get to the quarterback. So getting to the quarterback is key with those receiving dump offs. Really like what I saw out of Charbonnet in the training camp. In the preseason games, the coaching staff has talked him up repeatedly. There's been timeshare workload splits between Charbonnet and Walker. I don't necessarily think that'll happen early in the season, because I think when Walker is healthy, he's the clear alpha there. But you're going to see Charbonnet mix in, change of pace back, how they kind of wanted to always do it, which feeds more into this play here at 2+ receptions. So if we go back to the Hall of Fame app here, let's just search Zach Charbonnet. And if you want to just go down here, come up here to receptions, 2+ receptions. As you can see, versus the defense here, it shows the San Fran versus the defense here. And you have their 25th. So they're top 5 in the league of giving up receptions to the running back position, because they can get to them, and their linebackers are dog shit. So I think, as you guys can see here, has cashed a ton early, especially early on in the season. He hit this in 5 straight games, and that is with Kenneth Walker. So even with Kenneth Walker there, he's still getting this line. And he's hitting 8 of 11 games with him last year. So like I said, I just think this is a gift. I don't know why. Just they're giving us a gift here, or they know something that I don't know about the Seattle offense. And maybe Cooper Kupp gets 10 receptions today, or JSN gets 10 receptions, and they don't even look the running back way. But really like the odds here, and the data backs this up a little bit for Charbonnet as well. Alrighty, and like I said, any questions, let me know. We got about 10 more minutes here, and the last one that I got prop wise for you, we are going to go back to that Jets Steelers game, and I'm going to fade Aaron Rodgers one more time, which he could definitely burn us on. I'm not going to say this is a lock whatsoever, but I feel pretty dang confident in it. But Aaron Rodgers, longest completion under 33.5. I would think, besides a broken play, this has no chance, unless somehow, some way, DK bulldozes somebody after he gets the catch and then just takes it. I just don't see him airing the ball out today. Aaron Rodgers, especially against this very, very stout Jets defense, I think he could be on his back a ton. And a lot of dinks, a lot of dunks, and maybe Breece Hall takes to the house. But I really, I'm okay with taking this number. It's 32.5 on FanDuel, but 33.5 on DK. So taking over on DK. And then what I can do is pull this up one more time over on HO Hall of Fame bets here. Come over here to the longest completion Let's just say 30. We'll just put 30 up in here. Pass yards, the Jets were very good against pass yards last year. And you saw he had a 36, but 26, 27, 25, 25. And then towards the end of the year, you saw those big plays with Devontae Adams. This is more on no rhythm, no reps, no real game reps with this Steelers offense here for Aaron Rodgers, playing a good angle. I think that as long as there's no broken play here, I just don't think this has a chance. I think mid-20s would be the highest we could go here with Aaron Rodgers' longest completion. So let me know what you guys think in the comments here. But I really maybe you guys like Aaron Rodgers a little bit more than I do. I'm gonna fade it. Got a question here. What's up, Corey? What's your take on Travis Hunter's role will be? I got him stashed week 1 until we see. Would have to know. Let me know who your other wide receivers are. But reports have been out that he's definitely going to be an every down receiver. This Schefter tweeted out last night, repeated it again this morning. He's going to be the every down receiver. So he's going to be the wide receiver 2 in Jacksonville. And he's going to be a situational cornerback, which I think is the right move. I think if you're going to be the most beneficial to this Jaguars team, it's going to be on the offensive side, even though they need tons of help on the backside on defense. But I think Hunter's role will be that was kind of what I needed. I needed to see how they were going to use him, and everyone was kind of in wait and see mode. But I think with Schefter reporting that, you could definitely wait and see. I just got to see who else is your receivers that you could potentially play him over. But I would load him up if you don't have any other options. All right, and then my pick to click touchdown bet here. I'm going to go back to that 49ers Seattle game. It's who I took the same time this week last year when we cashed $100 into $6,000. He was a part of that parlay. We do have a 5-leg parlay in the Discord that is heavily get some good odds there. So make sure you guys check that out in the Discord. Let's see. We got Corey responded here. JJ, Pearsall, and McMillan. Is that Tet? If that's Tet, then yeah. Man. With Juwan Jennings coming back is kind of scaring me off of Pearsall a little bit. I'd be more on a wait and see mode on Pearsall now with Jennings coming back and CMC probably going to play. But I'd still probably lean with Pearsall here. I think it's just more of a sure thing with Lockett and Hunter on the bench. Okay. Yeah, you're probably going to be switching between Pearsall and Hunter matchup wise throughout the year after you've seen them a couple weeks in. If Jennings was not playing, I would for sure go with what you're doing. But I think Hunter in this Panthers defense is not bad. But I could definitely see what you're saying to wait and see. But both of them will be question marks all year with their workload. But I would keep it as it is. JJ, Pearsall, and Tet. I'm assuming that's Tet. You're not going to not start Tet. He's literally my favorite, I think, wide receiver, and he's not even played a down in the NFL yet. All right, so back to the pick to click touchdown here. We're gonna go Kenneth Walker. It's the easiest click of the button this week for me with the best odds. My second favorite would be Gibbs. He's at -105 on DK, which I still don't understand. Him, and then the third was going to be David Montgomery, and he's like +170 on DK. So I honestly I don't know if the books think that the Lions are just going to get stuffed. I just don't see it. The Packers were terrible against the run last year. Remember for week 1, they gave up 3 touchdowns to Saquon Barkley. I know that was in Brazil, yada, 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 but still. If you follow the Packers, the whole organization knows that they can't stop the run. You're going to see a lot of Kenneth Walker today. even though I like that Charbonnet play as well, but I still think Walker gets in. And if you don't want to, or sorry, if you don't like that play for Gibbs or Montgomery, obviously take Walker here. But Gibbs and Montgomery, I I honestly think that might be one of the highest odds you'll see on those two all year long, especially if they both score today. So make sure you guys are checking, just and monitoring your bets throughout the week. But yeah, so like Walker here, plus 130. I remember taking him last year. He was like minus 120, minus 125. So better odds here. And a home matchup here as a home divisional underdog to the 49ers. So make sure you guys watch out for that. All right, let's review them real quick before we get up on out of here. And if you got any other questions, make sure you guys ask them. If not, I'm available in the Discord 24/7. Make sure you guys hit the link below to go ahead and sign up. Favorite spread, we got the Falcons. Favorite under is the Jets Steelers. We got Williams over 52.5 JMO receiving yards. We got Charbonnet 2+ receptions. We're fading that same game, Jets Steelers, and we're going to take Aaron Rodgers under the longest completion. And we're going to make sure Kenneth Walker gets into the end zone here for plus 130 on DK. Like those odds. All right. That's it for week one. We'll be back in the Discord. We have Sunday Night Football. We'll have Monday Night Football. Should have another free same game parlay for Monday night. We'll go ahead and record a video for that. So make sure you guys check me out. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all the socials, X, everything like that. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, we got 18 more weeks of these. We got plenty more to dissect. So don't go all in for week one. Appreciate you, Jeff. Appreciate you tuning in. Like I said, so pace yourselves. I know it's very, very exciting to have it back. And good luck to everybody on their bets. And let's see if we can grow our bankroll early and often this year. Appreciate you guys tuning in. See you guys.